Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Logitech G Series Season 4, the Valorant Quarterly Tournament Division B. We have match number 74 on our hands today, and it's going to be between a very experienced team and quite a new team to the tournament itself. Their first tournament, from what I've heard, and it's going to be an interesting matchup. So let's take a look at quickly at the rosters. It's going to be the roster. As you can see, it's going to be Whiff Masters, one of the very well-known teams right now in the country, who has been coming up very strong during the last few months and is a force to be reckoned with for sure. And then on the other side, we have PnX Accede. Not entirely sure how you pronounce it, but it's a fairly new team, but they have made it all the way through to, I think, round number 3 now. We are right now in round number 3, so they have made their way through quite a bit of the tournament already, because altogether we only have around 90 odd matches. So to get to this point, they have performed really well, and it's going to be interesting to see how much of a challenge that they can put to any of Whiff Masters, and whether they can bring down any of Whiff Masters. We'll have to wait and see. But without delaying any further, we shall be getting into the game. Yes, we are going right into agent select. Let's have a look. It's going to be on bind, and on the defending side we do have the PnX side, as well as on the attack we have any Whiff Masters. Sorry, give me a second, just checking something. Yes, okay, yes, I am right, and it's going to be interesting to see. We do see a race coming out already, very strong in bind, just due to that hookah control through the teleport. And then we have Dennis actually from Whiff Masters picking up Viper. So Viper is one of these picks that I absolutely love on bind. I think it's very underrated. I think recently itself by a few international teams started using it, and then we have teams like Lexus Gaming from Maldives even, which you saw in a recent tournament, use Viper to its fullest potential on A side, and it's extremely strong if used properly. And Dennis is known to be one of the really good Viper players in the country, so it's going to be really interesting to see how they use it. As well as we do have a Viper on the opposing side as well, so this is going to be an interesting matchup. So we do have a double duelist lineup coming out from the side of PnX, as well as a single duelist lineup coming out from Whiff Masters. I'm already liking the lineup coming out from Whiff Masters. You have the Jet, or with the combination of Sky, this is extremely strong, just due to the fact that you have extra information when you do run that Sky, and you are able to get another controller, which they have done with the Brimstone, which we haven't seen a lot in the tournament, to be fair. And by the looks of it, it is going to be AX skill coming out from Whiff Masters. The spike in the hands of Lucifer on the Sage. Sage is also another difference, that we don't see the Sage coming out on the side of PnX Accede here, and going to be pretty much it is not going to be a huge impact, because you do have a Viper on their side, so he's going to be able to control this A side quite effectively, which is going to be interesting whether he's going to wall out showers, or whether it's going to be a shot here. Let's not the wall yet. You have the smoke cloud in at a shot, but we are going to be inside the getting that person here. Right, it's going to be there. Out of it already. 2 players going down. Potential carrying out 2 high speed. It's going to get taken out by Daddy as well. This is a really good hit coming out from the defensive side.
Spike down A.
For another kill, and that's a spike down as well. The heal is going to come out from the Sky, and now down to the last 2 Ghost and Poseidon up against 4 players left. Let's see, Poseidon definitely capable of making things happen. He's not going to be able to find a shot here. Won't be able to back off.
Last player standing.
But Gabby is going to be good for the kill on Poseidon. Down to the last man surviving. He's going to be Ghost up against 4 players. He's going to be able to get the plant. That way, getting the team a little bit more advantage here. At least
launching smoke.
Defend a 1-4 though, especially with 68 HP remaining and just a Ghost to work with. He is going to be backing off and maybe going to rotate through into hookah, but the defense is already going to go through, and it's going to be successful, and that's the first one area with Masters dropping round number 1 here. Looking good for the defending side. So the full buy round coming out now. They're actually going to be half buying, which I honestly don't like. but they are going to be half buying, half shields at least, but with at least Spectre's been boarding, so that's something. I was wondering what was happening, but a full save coming out from any Whiff Masters. Let's see how much damage they can do here. Again, it looks to be a hit towards a site. Try in again, but time being out. They leave the damage, and in the meantime, Gabby picks up the first kill all the way travels on to Dennis. Was on the Viper, that's a controller down. And meanwhile, we do see a lurk coming out from both all the way in the Hookah. Could get pushed back with that nano swarm. But still no entry being made.
Spike down A.
Lucifer will pick up the second as well onto Poseidon. Now down to the last two Sky.
Last player standing.
Going to get taken down. They haven't been able to do any sort of damage yet. Going to go around, go still looking for a pick here. At least to get a single kill right now. Not being able to find anything as of yet. Down by Rizal. That's a flawless round coming out from this side. Good stuff. It was the buy round, but now the full gun round comes out for Whiff Masters here. Now this is the true test whether PnX can hold on to push coming out from Whiff Masters, and if Whiff Masters lose this round, they are going to be in a whole lot of trouble, and they cannot afford to lose too many players as well on entry due to this being their buy round. Of course, the PnX side is going to be on a bonus here. Still no one is getting blind doors. Going to be blinding Brazil here, who is near the triple box. Land is going to be held by the two players, Gabby and Retro both holding it down. Again, it is going to be a default coming out. They are trying to play for picks here on the side of Whiff Master. Spike is still towards the A side. Very disciplined play coming out from this PnX side. They haven't really picked with the information given that one of the players are towards B along here. So meanwhile, we do have an entry coming in from Dennis. Gabby taking out the side, and it's already a play going down. And the screen down. The trade from Dennis is tagging up. Let's be careful, they cannot afford to lose too many players here. Light has gone down at least. Can they go for the reset here? It is down to very low speed.
One enemy remaining.
And looking good for the trade though. Now down to last man, and Whiff Masters in all sorts of trouble here. But the rotation coming out from
Stim beacon here.
Damage, gets the Stim beacon down. The spike beacon. But he might be able to get close. Lineup coming
That's
out.
why they
and
put me in charge.
Whiff Masters taking the round. Huge damage on the side of Whiff Masters. They lose all 5 players on their buy round. This is going to hurt them quite a bit going into this round, but PnX side is going to be extremely happy with that round. They were on a bonus and they did manage to take them out, even though they did not manage to win the round. And we do see an operator coming in the hands of Kibula here on a Killjoy, no less here, and a lovely operator at that. I'm not exactly sure what this is called.
Prepared for hellfire!
Already we do see getting out Gabby here inside.
Spike down A.
For 2 kills, down to 10 HP, throws in the paint shell into labs here. So many things happening. Meanwhile, the heal comes out from the sky, keeping him alive. But the spike will finally get planted.
Spike planted.
A really good position being held from Poseidon here. He does have the cross into lamps here. Not going to be really good for them. But goes at the angle. I'm checking down. The shot misses. And Retro is going to be good for the kill. It's a 2v2. The op in the hands of the Killjoy. Can they reach it? He's going to be switching into a
bomb grenade out
for the time being.
Placing sentry.
Are we going to delay this as much as possible? Trying to buy as much time as possible. The smoke goes down. The defuse comes in.
Last player standing.
good and goes really goes down good. And that's going to be the equalizer coming out from Whiff Masters. They are going to be happy with that from a very shaky start in their first few rounds. And off in the hands of Lucifer now, which was recovered. He's going to give it to Poseidon. I was like wondering why would the Sage be playing the op when you do have a jet now. I mean, not the best option to be running an op on attack, but having said that, in the hands of a really good op play, it can work out. Meanwhile, a save coming out from Team PnX here. They already taking position here with the frenzy. Can he get a pick off here?
Toxins going up.
Coming through. Brazil still holding this ace shot. Kabi not doing
Toxin
full
screen
screen
down.
We do see a push coming in from Uchiha and Kibula, both holding. B link here. And we might see Ghost pick this and die here. He's going to
Still got it.
shot coming out, but he does not know that there is another player. He's going to be rotating out. And we do see Brazil getting taken out as well. That's
Wrong, buddy.
there's the pain shell. No, he's going to hold pain shell for the time being. IP is going to be able to get the kill on to Dabby.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Taken out and Retro, Soul Man surviving. The op is going to the flawless coming out from them to clean up the round. That's Whiff Masters taking the lead for the first time in this game. 3-2 going into this 6th round.
Turret out.
We do see another play here. They haven't really entered this Killjoy side. Killjoy has been left alone at B side.
Get out of my way!
Stim beacon here.
The round has been stopped. Gonna fast push coming in through covers here. Dennis not going to find a kill here. The Leo goes out. There is no damage.
Toxin screen down. Welcome to my world.
Mid-air gets taken out, and meanwhile, Viper it goes down and shovels. Ball goes out as well. The kill and the ball goes down.
Spike planted.
Oh no, Dabby gets the kill on the
One enemy remaining.
And the last man alive. Dash out.
Can't be killed.
1v2 now. And he's going to get rushed down by Dabby, and that's going to be the equalizer coming out from PnX. In here, we do have a game in our hands. 3-3 going into the 7th round. Turning out to be a banger of a game already. New team here, but putting the pressure onto Whiff Masters. I feel like
Can I get this?
is extremely good because Whiff Masters being pressured like this is not an easy thing. This team is Whiff Masters.
Can I get this? Thanks.
They are known to be very destructive, and right now the pressure is being put on them. And we do see a change up strategies coming out from them. They are going to be hitting towards this B side. Killjoy and the Sky holding it down. For PnX here, Uchiha and Kibble are going to be holding down B side. They are going to be playing back off side. They don't want to give anything away too early. The operator was dropped, was not really picked up by anyone though. The push through hookah is going to come in. Still the wall going
Right
down,
here.
at which the wall will go down. Information given out to the defending side. Again, this is why Raze is so good at the pain shell. Tagging down players here with the pain shell.
Molly!
Not a lot being done.
Open up the sky!
The entry is going to come in with a Poseidon here. Players falling left, right, and center. That is going to be good for
You will be back.
Poseidon.
Kill
He's
my
going to come in
ally.
and the red also goes in on board.
Blocking sight.
Last player standing.
And now all left to the Viper. He's going to try to really good for one kill here. So 1v2 quite doable for him. Was it very healthy? Peaks get stacked up. Going for information right now, but this is really good from Whiff Masters. They are not pushing him, they're playing for this post one. Now and will get taken down for fighting at the angle, and Whiff Masters take the lead yet again, 4-3, going into the 8th round.
Here.
The hit did work out for them, but they are rotating back towards this A side. But Poseidon actually is going to be lurking towards B side, while the rest of the team is going to be hitting A side. No, they are actually going for a default. Pause was called. Tactical pause from the PnX side here. Might be in for a long game, ladies and gentlemen. Already things are heating up between these two teams. It will be interesting to see how Team Whiff Masters' reputation on the line as being one of the really good teams in the country right now. They are being pressured heavily. I'm really sorry for my shoddy camera work. I actually need to check how to slow down the mouse during drone mode. I think there's an option for it somewhere. But we do have the game resuming back up, and it's going to be an A hit. They are not defaulting. Poseidon, the first line in, going through to A short hit. Going through the smoke cloud. I don't think anyone is expecting that he will push this. Need to be careful though. Cloud will go down still. Nothing really given away from either one of the team. Meanwhile, we do have Ghost making noise all the way at hookah. Let's go out. Will get taken down from somebody out. Coming through towers here. Not coming to the bomb, but Debbie is going to be good for the trade here.
I've got your trail.
Debbie does pop the compress here. No, not going to be able to find one. They are actually going to be Poseidon now, going through into lamps, upcasting up onto the top of the onto Retro. Retro will get taken down to the last two now. The last two.
Got him.
4 players here. Who spot out 1 in lamps.
30 seconds left.
How much of damage can be done here? Plant will finally go down. They were holding the plant all the time.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
That's the first time a 2-round lead has been taken from PnX Masters. They haven't really switched up too much of their strategies on the side of Whiff Masters here, playing it to their comfort, rushing in as a 5-man team, haven't been defaulted even once. And now the save round actually coming out from the PnX side here. You have a shotty and a classic all the way.
Hawk out! Blinded.
Information has been taken that the players are here at least. But the push is going to be coming through the long here. Chia, classic on the short range. He's going to be able to find it across. In high speed, will get the kill on the Chia. Chia didn't actually get a head tap on the side. Going to take a risk. We're going to be another down to the last 2 players.
Spike planted.
Spike will go down, but a massive flank actually coming out from Retro here. Can he find one? He might actually find high speed here.
Last player standing. Flawless.
Retro will get taken back. Flawless coming out from Whiff Masters. With the superior weapons, a 3-round lead now taken going into this 10th round. Things look very even, but I feel like now Whiff Masters have found their rhythm here, and we do see again an operator coming in the hands of Kubra. He's going to be on the half shield operator, and West is going to be on Triple Phantom and 1 Vandal in play. Can Kimula find the pick off here? It's going to be high speed actually peeking this. That's information garnered. Not going to be pushing it though. Meanwhile, Poseidon pushing through a shot here, not finding a pick off. The ball is still up. He gets tracked himself. I'm going to take a lot of damage from the white fight and he's going to be able to back off at this time, but going to get pushed. Double heal here. Poseidon still going to be pretty healthy, no shields though. He's a rotation actually now coming out. Still, Uchiha and Kimula has not really moved from their initial positions, and we might see Kimula finding a pick here. Trailblazer will go out.
One down. You will not kill my allies.
And the resurrection coming out. Still a 5v5 play here.
Time to hunt.
Get blinded up. Now
Spike planted.
the spam too.
Toxins going up.
Going to be good. Lock on will go down, but Retro. Dennis with a triple there. Where the hell did he find this? He get taken down finally by Kipula. And in the meantime, we did see the Reyna taking out another 2v2 fight now. They know, they have a fair idea of where the players are.
One enemy remaining.
Good for the kill, and Gabby was the next as well, and they will get the defuse through. 4-6 going into this 11th round. Really tough round for them.
You really expect them to work.
Team PnX to come back from, but they didn't manage to close it out. And especially due to the fact that Dennis found an instant triple frag there. I think they lined up, and tactically is being called by Whiff Masters. Technical, actually, not tactical. Technical was being called out. Good thing about this for Whiff Masters is the eco is extremely good. They were able to build on a very steady eco, so they do have the money to buy up for the next few rounds. What's worrisome for the side of PnX is that their eco is not that good. We do see Uchiha on a judge here, and the rest of the players going to be on Phantoms, and we do still have the operator in play on the hands of Tribula, who is working on B side. Team PnX is not doing too much wrong here. They have been able to hold down the sides. I think it was the right call from Kimula after getting that first pick off to get inside the portal, but it did allow Whiff Masters to get into the site and plant. Sad part for Whiff Masters, I don't exactly know how they ended up losing that fight. I think it was all times with Dabby pushing through CT there, while the rest of the team was distracting through halls. Be over there, but it did work out for them in the end. They did lose 3 players thanks to Dennis with the triple kill there that we saw. But go is the call from Whiff Masters here. Let's have a look at what they are able to do in round number 11. It's going to be another A hit coming out from them. A attacks haven't really worked out for them too well though. It seems to be a slow push coming out. The Trailblazer all the way in A long is not going to be able to garner any information as such. But Poseidon already brought into they will have the crossfire coming out from Daddy here.
Cutting their vision.
That's Poseidon already down. This is just a miscommunication coming out from the team. I think Poseidon will enter with the push coming in from Shower, but
I've got your trail.
Meanwhile, Seekers do go out.
Here's for hellfire!
And that's the obvious fight going to be used. They do manage to get one kill here. Retro will get taken down.
They're done.
Dabby is going to be good still on ice.
One enemy remaining.
Down. And down. Left and right goes. He's going to be able to take the lead here. Is he going to rotate back to A? And are they going to be expecting it? And yes, the side of PnX Accede is going to be expecting this. We already see Brazil holding this
30 seconds left.
area on a shot. No real nice ball. We'll make an
Last round in the half.
Excessive animation that I've seen in the game so far. It's cool, I'll give that. Seems a bit excessive. I think seeing it once or twice in a game is a bit enough. Anything more than that gets a bit, Again, I think we might see an Whiff Masters now defaulting for the first time. I think communication is going to be key for this push coming into A here. That has been the problem where Poseidon pushed up a shot where the cross has not happened. This down goes quite a bit though, goes down to very low HP. He's going to be backing off to get a heal from the Sky, who is going to be able to heal him up to full HP. Meanwhile, Showers, still no real entry being made or no space taken from Whiff Masters. PnX Accede has been really good at holding this down so far. Going in with the Trailblazer.
Welcome to my world. Toxin screen down.
Ace side might be a fit because the spike is not here. Mike is actually going to stop here. Turns around, gets the flick on to Dabby.
30 seconds left.
Down and the rotation actually, spike is actually going to the B side. But the Killjoy has a double fake coming out from Whiff Masters here. The spike is already coming back into his side.
Here.
And that is the he's going to go down here. And the Viper is going to be good.
10 seconds left.
Now the last is left surviving on the side of PnX, the op in play as well. Can they make it a 6-6? They're up against 5. Can they make it a 6-6 half here? Don't be the question. How much?
Last player standing.
Blinded.
Making it a 7-5 half.
Switching sides.
Going into the second half here. I think we'll see almost a similar setup coming out from Whiff Masters here. They'll probably play the Viper at A side with the Sage. Sage is going to be able to wall up a shot. Viper is going to have that wall up at Showers, I think, and it's going to be the rest of the 3 players defending down A side here. Interesting is though that they don't have a Killjoy. They don't really have a Sentinel other than the Sage. That's the interesting part here. And both the Sentinel and the controller, one of the controllers at least, are going to be playing at A side, but they do have a Brimstone at least. So they are going to be playing to be long. The kill coming from Brazil, a lovely headshot on the base, and now Poseidon has that down and already I think getting taken down. I think he was blocked off there by Poseidon, and now a fast one coming out from the PnX side. Can they finally pick off? Poseidon backing off yet again, trying to run away for his real life. Down 59.
Spike planted.
Lucifer and Dennis in the meantime, all the way to CT.
Poison orb emitting. Poison's off.
On the side of PnX side here. Down 22 HP Uchiha. Is he going to swing and beat this? So he needs to be careful. He's going to see can we get taken down now. He's going to go through. They're holding it down.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Annoying fly.
The defense will go through. That's the pistol round being won by Whiff Masters, and most probably
Slight diffused.
coming round as well if they do set the full drive, which they will look like. are going to be full buying into this round. It's just going to be Poseidon and Sheriff. Maybe he is waiting for the operator pickup.
Toxins going up. Poison orb emitted.
There's a push coming through a shot here. They have force block here, which is interesting. They have gone for this force block. And Whiff Masters are going to be a bit wary of this now. Then it needs to be careful with crosses.
Poison orb emitted.
Spike still has not gone through. And the TP coming out, and this actually interesting. Meanwhile, Ghost. Where are these? Blank actually. I actually did not catch this at all. And Dennis is going to get another now. Still going to be Retro holding this. Retro might get pushed from behind.
Last player standing.
Able to get Poseidon. He's going to get the kill. That's gone down as well. Chia with the blind. He's going to be able to take down Ice Speed. He's up against it. He can make this happen. They did post that. It's going to be horrible for them. They are not able to do this. Kill and the Future goes down. And 8 rounds, 9 rounds in the back.
Out of charge.
With Masters and Team PnX is going to be extremely poor. They will have to force a save here. Or are they going to force buy again? Meanwhile, we do see PnX going in for another A hit by Grissom, but the spike is all the way at B link here. And Poseidon at the angle with the Sheriff. Not going to find the pick here. It does get tagged down. Meanwhile, the showers push coming in, but the wall is going to be there, and Lucifer is going to be able to take down Kibula. Again, this is a pretty much a heavy save coming out from the PnX side. Spike is still towards that A shot area. They haven't really moved out from here. They are trying to play for picks here. They really haven't been able to find any damage other than the damage done on Poseidon on the jet.
Poison orb emitted.
Cannot really watch his angle because Showers is not being covered by anyone, so he's wary of this at least for the time being. They are trying to push in there. They are on a block.
Spike carrier is down. Spike down A.
Spike has fallen.
Poison's off.
Then he's going to push. He's going to take him. He get taken down though. The trade is going to be there from Retro.
30 seconds left. Last player standing. Spike down A.
Will get taken down by 10 rounds in the bag with Masters. Getting a bit out of time. I think he's all on the back of that forced buy coming out and not being able to do much with it. And Kibula actually picks up the operator yet again. Interesting, and it's going to be an off-on-off action here all the way at B long, because it's going to be Poseidon with the operator peeking to B long as well. Who is going to get the shot? Is going to be the question. I really want Kibula and the team to make this round with this operator in play, because if they don't, it might be game over for them. Poseidon is going to peek through here. He's one, does not manage to get the shot off. What a flick, they are coming out from Poseidon. The operator down and not going to be recovered at least.
Time to
quit. Going through into hit.
Scout destroyed.
Poseidon actually pushing through. Might be able to get this pull on to Uchiha.
Spike down B.
Inside. Trying to pick another angle onto Puka here.
I have the spike.
He does manage to recover the spike. No real space has been taken. A lot of space actually taken from a Whiff Master. Very short. Viper's pick has gone out. But the rotation coming out. Retro with the flank coming out from Shabad. Is he going to be able to find the Sage here? Lucifer on a share. Might find Brazil here as well. He's extremely bad for PnX down to the last two players up against Spike.
Last player standing. Flawless.
So with that Sheriff who has been hitting some insane shots. Now going into that critical round where Whiff Masters will be able to get that 12th round most probably, but another force play coming out from Team PnX here. No shield on Dabby here. I mean, it is a Reyna, so if he does get a kill here, he can be able to get that overheal with that extra HP. They are going to be pushing Hookah here. And Unexpected here. He's going to back off here. The Leah did come out. He's going to follow it in. No real damage been done by it. From the other side of the wall. It's coming to
You should run.
We're not finding a big kill. Then with fire, but I think he's going to go for the push actually. I'm going to back off.
Spike down.
Oh, he bought it down, but
I've got your trail.
yeah, we'll take down the out. They're looking for kills here, but the Spike and Spike here will hit the plant. Down to the last two players. What is happening with yeah. I wonder what is happening with Reto. He does
Last player standing.
Poseidon actually gets both, and that's Whiff Masters putting themselves on match point. It looked to me like Poseidon went down there for a moment, but the Blitzstorm is going to be good for the kill, and him not really missing shots that not missing headshots.
Match point.
Everyone was talking about the jet nerf. I feel like it is a nerf for nerf for Smurfs. I feel like at a high level you don't really see the right wing being abused too much. It is normally you do go for those one taps with the left click, and you do see the operator actually moving towards a shot this time around on Poseidon. Rightly so. Good lead out coming out from.
The hunt begins.
Going to be able to find a pick off though at a shot. So kind of covered, so letting go down. Maybe taken down by Dennis. So no one really peeking this. And we do see Poseidon relocating now. Very slow hit coming out from them, but meanwhile look at the space that Ghost has taken. What a flank. He might be able to find two yet again. It's going to be horrible for them.
Taken
To
down.
find one here. This man. No one to watch the flank here. Now going in, Dabby versus Ghost. He's going to get taken down. 4v4 play here now. But everyone's still bunkered towards the east side. On the side of Whiff Masters.
Welcome to my world. Poison off.
Pushed by Jenny is going to be good for the one. Might find the win here as well. He gets the flick coming out from him. That's the Viper.
30 seconds left.
Might be all over. Last two players covered here. Uchiha and Kidda. Line goes out. Poseidon peeks again. Not going to find the kill. They don't know about this.
10 seconds left.
What's that?
Last player standing. Spike down. Defenders win.
Looked a bit shaky for them at the start, but Whiff Masters did manage to bring it back. But a massive shout out to the PnX side here. This is their first tournament, and they gave a really good fight to a very much and team very much more experienced than them, which is really good to see. Considering how the tournament itself, I mean, now they are going to have that confidence to come back next time around the next quarter tournament from Logitech and perform maybe even better and get their way through into Division A. But Whiff Masters are looking strong. It was shaky for them at the start. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard actually. We do see Dennis the man actually popping off in this game with 24 frags under his belt. Dabby did try to do a lot. He had those key frags that he did manage to get at the start, but wasn't able to trade it into a win. 5 first bloods under his belt as well. But I think Whiff Masters were a little bit too much to handle towards that latter part, just finding their rhythm. And once they found their rhythm, there was no going back, and it was a very clean victory in the end coming out from them. 13-5, a very convincing victory coming out from them. But that's going to be game number 1 for the day. We do have another match coming our way at 10 p.m. So do join us again for that as well. But a reminder, guys, this is the Logitech Play to Win Series Season 4, the Valorant quarterly tournament. This is, I think, the second quarterly tournament for this year. So Logitech has been doing absolutely amazing work in terms of promoting Valorant in the country, having multiple quarterly tournaments, as well as giving a prize pool of 135,000 across Division A and Division B, one of the highest prize pools offered in Sri Lanka for Valorant as well. So a lot of money being given away from Logitech to make sure that Valorant in the country, flourishes and goes to the next level. And Valorant is a title in Sri Lanka that can actually go to the international level. We already have seen teams like Crash Landing on You, go up against teams like teams from India, Maldives, Nepal, Bangladesh, and that is all thanks to work done by Logitech here with having multiple quarterly tournaments and giving these players an opportunity to compete and hone their skills even more. And having said that, if you're in the market for some new peripherals, make sure to check out all that Logitech has to offer, whether it is a mouse that you're looking for. I am using Logitech G502, no joke. I do have the mouse and the box both to show. Yeah. This is actually the new Logitech G502. There's an older version of this, but they do have the new one, which is called the Hero Edition, the 16K, I think, 16K Hero Edition, if I'm not mistaken. It does come in the wireless as well with the latest technology, the Lightspeed technology, if I'm not mistaken, which is known to be the fastest wireless connectivity out there in any peripheral. So if you are into that, being wireless completely, you can go for all the wireless equipment that Logitech has, because they have it for everything, whether it's a keyboard, a mouse, a headset. They have you covered in all fronts, whether it's wireless or wired. And they're one of the only people to do low profile mechanical keyboards, and which that is actually, I'm a massive fan of. I'm actually looking for the box for my mousepad, which is also a G240 that I'm using as my mousepad. So I'm a massive fan of their stuff, and I'm a massive fan of their low profile keyboards as well. So if you are someone like me looking for a low profile keyboard, look no further. Logitech has you covered. And like I said, they have you covered in terms of whatever your needs are, whether it's a low profile or high profile, depending on different mouse grips. They have you covered in all fronts. So do check it out if you're in the market for some new peripherals. But having said that, I'll be signing off for the time being, but do join me again at 10 p.m. for our next game. It's going to be match number 75, if I'm not mistaken. You can check for the latest update on the Gamer.LK page as well to see what are the matches that are going to be happening as well. So do join me again at 10 p.m. and I'll be coming to you with another exciting Valorant game. But until then, see you guys.